live from Foxborough.
Yeah.
Fresh off of his Cam Bynum, picking off Drake May to end these joint practices, from my understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, Shane Steichen.
Hey! What's up, fellas?
Shane-o.
We're out here.
Yeah.
We're out here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I heard there's a lot of fans, too. I've been watching a lot of highlights from the Patriots social media. Don't love that, but it did sound like there's a lot of fans there. How has the excitement been? How did the day go?
It was great. It was a lot of back and forth. The energy was phenomenal out here. So
you got to hold that, Shane, you got to hold that phone up. We're staring up your nose. You got to hold that phone up.
Gotcha. I got you.
Yeah. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, thank you. Can't be staring up your nose all the time. Bad for the Colts. Good for
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. What was the energy like? What was it like in joint practice there first time?
It was phenomenal. Like I said, a lot of back and forth. Started off with some one-on-ones. Then went to some team periods. Got some good work in the red zone. Finished with a 2-minute drill, what you just hit. So a lot of good back and forth.
Okay, we saw a lot of highlights coming from the Patriots social media. Obviously, Colts social media waiting to put a little pizzazz. Was there some things that either worried you today or you learned today?
Well, I got to go back and watch. I was on the offensive field, and then Braves was on their offensive field, so I got to go back and watch some of the stuff. But I thought there was a lot of good. Our offense at the 2-minute drive, thought Daniel did a hell of a job. Going down there, it was a one-score game. We had one timeout, went down, hit some big plays to Tyler. And then hit Downs for a touchdown there at the end. It was good.
Okay, we like that. Alec Pierce obviously not playing. We got an update from him. He did not get a second shot after his surgery. He's rehabbing, still hoping to be back by week 1. We hope you have your entire ensemble of weapons. What do you learn from these camps? Are you looking at the depth of their roster too? Will you look at the bottom half of their roster as they're working out? How much of that happens in these joint practices?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you go back and evaluate the tape, I think you look at everything. You look at their side of the ball, our side of the ball. But really, we just want to get good work in and get better. That's what these joint practices are for, going against another opponent. It breaks up camp. It's great for our players.
Okay, Shane, can you tell me about how you avoid fights? Feels like that's inevitable.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the messages in the team meeting before you go out to practice. Hey, we're not fighting. We're not starting any shit. It's going to be a good practice. We got to get good work in. And if you do fight, you're going to get kicked out of practice, plain and simple.
Okay. Is that a kind of a league-wide messaging, or is everybody kind of got that note? Because it does feel like these joint practices just turn into a melee every single time.
Yeah, I think most teams have that message, but sometimes it gets a little testy and there is some melees and, it gets competitive as crazy, like hell out there. So, but we kept it pretty clean today. There's no fights.
You talked about that 2-minute with Tyler Warren. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Coach, there was tweets out there that Tyler Warren did feast today. How huge is it to see him go from his rookie year to his second year? And he obviously knows the playbook a lot better now. His time with Daniel Jones is a lot more now. How's it feel, Tyler Warren out there today, the tweets about him feasting, and how's he looked?
Yeah, he looks phenomenal. He's having a hell of a camp right now. Just trying to get the matchups with him any way we can, find different ways to use them, and grow from there. Like I said, he's just a tremendous player that we try to, get him the ball any way we can.
Do you?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. Our last conversation, I was just wondering if we were enough feeding the Sasquatch-looking guy that we have.
I think he led our team in targets, Pat, last year.
Okay.
Run that back.
All right, I want to make sure that's the case. Hey, new rule happened today. I don't know if you heard. Maybe Conti will tell you on the other side. Go ahead, Con. Man.
Yeah, Coach, they're kind of changing the instant replay challenge flag situation where you can now designate one person to be that kind of person that throws the flag. You were one of the best in the league last year when it came to challenges. I think you were hitting at a 75% rate. Yeah, there it is, 6 of 8 on the year, and you challenged and used it more than most. How does that process go when you are challenging a play, and do you see yourself maybe giving that duty to someone else throughout the season?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. Obviously, I saw this come up yesterday and kind of put some thought into it a little bit. And, obviously the guy that's up in the box, looking for the challenges, whether it's a catch, no catch, whatever it may be, getting it from him. Obviously the head coach is probably the one that's got to say, yeah, I'm throwing it. So I think the communication piece has got to be on point. So I think it is quicker for the head coach to throw the flag down, because if not, you got a guy up in the box and he's talking, hey, you want to throw it? And then you got to communicate to the guy on the sidelines to throw it. And every second counts in this league. So maybe they get the flag out late, and that's 2 seconds because you had to okay it. And now you didn't get the challenge off in time.
Yeah, that sounds like a guy who's saying, I'll throw the flag.
Yeah.
I'll throw the flag. That's what it sounds like.
Now, And then here's the other flip side of it. I was thinking of this, like it's got to be very clear and obvious. Like if you do have someone else throw it, I was just thinking like that trust has got to be so heavy involved with the guy upstairs and the guy downstairs to where the coach isn't really thinking about it, and the guy upstairs says, "Hey, challenge it," and that he doesn't hesitate and he throws it. So you could go that way too as well. So I don't know what teams are going to do. So it'll be interesting to see it all play out.
Yeah, I like you. You get a little pissed off though. I like you got a lot of spunk, I'd say, on the sideline. Was that what you call it, spunk on the sideline?
Juice, little juice. But I would say this too: when I do throw a flag, I like to throw it flat down on the ground, so it's not hanging in the air too high.
Yeah,
you got to get that thing down quick.
Smart.
Yeah, because when it hits the ground, that's when the challenge actually takes place. When it's in the process of falling, you might not get it off if they go to replay, which I respect. Also, it feels like the expedited reviews have helped this out a lot because not as many challenges around the league as we would have expected. Now, let's talk about you having an MVP potentially back. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Coach, I think going into this year, a lot of people were concerned with just how Daniel Jones would look coming off a massive injury like an Achilles like that. But early on, it looks like he's 100%. He looks completely healthy. Are you kind of just cutting him loose, or does part of you feel like you kind of got to keep the governor on him a little bit just to make sure, hey, we want this guy to be completely healthy come week 1?
Yeah, I think, I've said this many times, but he attacked his rehab the right way, and he feels really good right now. And so the playbook's open right now, and obviously we're in controlled environments in practice, but he is gaining that strength and that all that stuff with what comes along with the energy, and he's looked really, really good so far. And I really haven't had, concerns up to this point, and it's only getting stronger.
Okay, you announced earlier today that he will not be playing in any of the preseason games. Great, happy to be a season ticket holder. Okay.
Ones that count.
All right, yeah, let's get him to the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get him to the regular season.
That's right.
Yeah, Mike Rice, who covers the Patriots for ESPN, said, one view from the media tent, both Patriots and Colts will likely be pleased with overall practice, 24 first-team reps, valuable and controlled competitive environment, but Patriots' top units didn't finish strong in 2-minute drill, which ends things on a less inspiring note. On that note,
yeah.
D-Butt has a question for you, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about controlled environments. Obviously, with joint practice, it's a little less control. I know as a player, I like the team drills because I'm seeing different shifts, different motions. As a coach, what's your favorite part about these, these joint practices? The red zone, one-on-ones, inside run, 7-on-7, 2-minute. What is it for you?
I think it's the chest mass of going back and forth, It's a controlled environment, They check, we check. There's a lot of that stuff, especially with the starters in there. And you get to go through that, obviously, in the film session as well and kind of play that game. And I think, quarterbacks, obviously, Daniel enjoys that part of it with the rest of our guys. But that's what I love about this. You go against your defense in training camp, so many days in a row, and now you got a chance to go against somebody else and see different looks. So I love that part of it more than anything.
What do we think offense looks like in the NFL this year? Because McDaniel told us that he's got a new wrinkle up his sleeve for San Diego. What do you think it's going to look like this year?
We'll see. I mean, I can't tell you that. You never know how it's all going to play out. Every year in the NFL, right, there's going to be wrinkles. There's going to be unique, things, new trends that go along around the league. And you got to adapt. I mean, everyone's got to adapt. You can't stay the same because it's always evolving.
I love you, Coach. Way to win up there. Way to win up there from what it sounds like.
The 2-minute.
Mm-hmm. No, it was an away game.
Yeah, that's the game. 2 minutes.
That 2 minutes.
We scored and we
up
stopped
30-0. Going into
that
the
wasn't the
final quarter.
situation.
Pats won the one-on-ones and Colts won the team stuff.
Andrew Callahan's reporting the Patriots defense allowed 11 straight completions in a red zone.
7-on-7. That's football. Okay.
Shane, way to dial it up, pal. Let's keep it going. There's no fighting out there. Let's go win it all.
All right, fellas. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Coach Scott.
Yeah, Coach.
Uh-oh.
Hey, he's the best, man.
Yeah.
7-on-7. Okay.
I'll talk shit to him.
2 minutes.
He is such a super positive. Okay, always like I like the. Let's talk about the optimists. Let's talk about the optimism here. What do we need to be about the negative side or whatever? Hey, Coach, you think there's a chance that blah 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 happens? I don't. Can we focus on the positive here? That is what he frames everything. Like such a coach mentality. We got a chance to hang out with him after that flag football championship for like an hour and 10 minutes as he was taking a break from moving into his office, which was right next door. That was the most open I've ever talked to him.
Yes.
He's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And if they don't win this year, it's going to be a whole new project here in Indianapolis.
Yep.
He's going to go be an offensive coordinator somewhere, and they're going to win again. I mean, that's just what's going to happen.
Nature of the business.
He's a weapon. His records, though, Like he's been very unlucky. We need to win games. And
Yep.
that is like very obvious. Chris Ballard said, I'm not signing, I won't sign one. I won't sign an extension. So we got to win. And as a season ticket holder, I appreciate it.
Do you believe that?
Respect.
Like if the
What?
Irsay daughters offered him a
same
3-year
question.
extension right now, do you think he would say that? I can't, in good faith, sign this because we haven't won.
Yeah.
Excuse me, can you please run the clip, please? This is from this training camp when he was asked that question. This is Chris Ballard asked if he would go into his final year of his contract or not.
Contract extension for yourself?
No. No. I wouldn't do one. I'm in the last year of my deal. We need to win.
Right out of the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
We need to win.
No, I know what
That's right out of the Colts' mouth.
No, I get it. I get it. I get it. I know what he said. I remember that, and I kind of reacted the same way. Do you believe that? Is my question.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does.
That's a great thing to say. I love it. We need to win, damn it. But if they're saying, you know what, Coach, we can go
Like Baker saying
8-9
he's done.
this year.
Yeah, did you smell it? Because I could kind of smell the snake oil.
No!
For some reason, it did just feel a little gasoline.
I disagree with that. I saw Chris Ballard this weekend celebrating Vinatieri.
How'd it go, you guys? You guys talk?
Yeah, good chatter with him, and he was talking to Bill Polian. Actually got a selfie with him and
Nice.
Bill Polian in
Okay.
there, two general managers, obviously back to back. It was kind of, well, then Grigson, he was not there, but the other two
Sure.
were certainly there, chit-chatting about, the past and the future, and the present, certainly. And I think Chris Ballard is obviously boom. There's the lads.
Right there. This weekend.
Boom. That's just a couple days ago. That's Bill Polian, Hall of Famer. That's why he's wearing a gold jacket. Okay? This isn't like you just wear gold jackets around Hall of Fame
No.
unless you're a Hall of Famer.
It was someone in there who had a gold jacket.
Ooh.
I didn't see
Was
that.
not a Hall of Famer.
What? I love that move.
It was very close to the color too. I'm like,
Oh, who was
I
it?
asked EB who, and he told me who he was, and I remember the name. It was before our time. The former coach. I said, what a move this week.
I love
We
that.
should have done
Yeah,
that.
who did that?
What a move.
Legend.
That's awesome.